Hey guys, Ben here. Welcome back to another live stream. This is the DCTV show episode 85. We have a special guest. Andy is back. Say hi to Andy. How are you doing,
Hi,
Andy?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks for having me back. I don't know how special I am. I think I'm maybe
Very
average.
special guest,
No,
as
no,
they
no, no.
say.
Stop. You don't need to kiss my butt. I'm happy to come on. It's all good. I hope everyone's doing safe and doing well as we get into the holiday season and wherever you live. It's either it's cold or it's warm. For me, it's very very cold. I'm freezing already. So
I think I saw in Sweden, at least around maybe south of Gothenburg and stuff. It's like, I know I just said that wrong. Sorry, Swedish people. Uh,
sounds
and,
like
and
golf.
and in New York and stuff like that. Like you're in New York and I'm in Hungary right now, guys. So if you didn't know, that's where I am. That's why I have this whole different setup. So
It's
right
very
now,
cozy
it's
though. Like
very
is it
cold.
is it a hotel or where like your resort?
No, it's in my partner's parents' house, and it's very nice. And I've got this like really warm light next to me, so that's why it looks very cozy. But
Very
yeah, so
cinematic.
yeah, it's cold everywhere. It's like snowing. It's crazy. Actually, before I left England, for those of you guys who are my viewers and you are from England, I know there's a decent amount of you. Uh, we just had snow, like a lot of snow, and we don't get that much snow. It's kind of crazy how much we got just before I left. So yeah, that's a crazy thing. But I don't know how it is over in America. Like I presume New York and Boston and stuff is getting really cold around this time. Same with Canada. Like I bet you up in Vancouver, that's
Oh,
probably
it looks very cold. I don't know which Flash cast member it was, but I saw what did I see? I saw they took in a photo somewhere outside, and it looked cold as hell. And it's like at some point when we get to episode 9 or 10, whatever they're filming right now, like there's probably gonna be a little bit of snow.
Yeah, like for sure, because Vancouver gets really cold, and you see them always wrapped up in like huge coats. And then
Yeah.
I saw this photo of Stargirl, like Brett on set, and it was crazy because she's like, you know, her costume, like it's pretty much not very winter suited, right?
No, good lord, no. That's why I'm like, I like bless that girl.
Like, I can't imagine, can't imagine
Yeah.
how it is. But yeah. Anyway, so today we have lots of topics that we're going to be talking about. So if you guys are interested about the new season of The Flash, the season 9 trailer, we're going to be talking about that. We'll talk about Superman Lois and the new photos and premiere date for the show that was just released earlier this week. And then we'll talk about the craziness that is DC Studios in the whole film world. Because right now it's like imploding left, right, and center. But I want to remind you guys, if you want to contribute towards the channel and be featured in the live stream, please be sure to send in super chats. You can send in super chats by clicking the $ underneath the chat function. And by sending it in, you'll get your question featured on the stream, just like this. Is there a new trailer? You can ask. Whatever you want to ask, you can ask, and we'll feature it. And you'll also be supporting the channel whilst doing it. And obviously, we have our main topics, so we're going to go through our main topics first. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the Flash Season 9 trailer. Wow. Like, were you expecting, Andy? Were you told about it before? Come on, tell
No,
us.
I promise I'm not lying. I did not know it was coming. I because it was an EW exclusive,
Mhm.
so I usually don't get the wind of those things. But no, I was surprised that we actually got a trailer as we end the year. So because I thought for this point, like, oh, they're probably gonna wait till January to post
Yeah.
a new trailer.
Yeah, that was my thought. That's why it kind of shocked me as well, because normally in recent years at least, the CW has pretty much waited about a month roughly before they release anything, as far as I remember. I mean, it could be weeks or days off, but that's just off the top of my head. So I was like, okay, by this point, I don't think they're going to be releasing anything, and Well, they surprised me, and I'm very happy about it because I'm very hyped for the new season of The Flash, and I think this trailer has definitely hyped up a lot of people. And it's just a kind of short promo for now, but we're gonna get more. And they release a lot of other stuff like a synopsis, photos, and the premiere date. Everything came like within like 2 days, right? Like it was pretty big. And then some
Yeah, it was like almost
people like,
every day there was, not every day. I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I feel like they were like flashed up back and forth. I don't know if I don't know if that was intentional or if that was like always a plan, but
I mean, I would presume it's a plan, right? If the CW or Nexstar, the new people in charge are kind of taking control of things. I think it's interesting that, they had all this bad kind of press for the CW with them canceling stuff. And then they come in, they're like, oh, we have this new season of The Flash. It's the final season. It's going to be really epic. We think it's going to be really good. And it's the Nexstar guys saying it. And so it's kind of like nice to see you doing something nice for the shows for once. But at the
yeah,
same time, it's like, do they really mean it, or are they just trying to get people to come back and watch? Right? I think that's the main goal for sure.
yeah. I mean, I definitely think we needed this, especially because of all the bad news that was coming up about DC. So it was just, yeah. I wish we could have great DC news every day, or at least like every week, and not have to be like, oh, what's getting canceled next, or what's gonna happen next after, like is it, are they gonna cancel, season 9 gonna get taken away from us, is Super Lois gonna be like, no, we're not even gonna do season 3, it's not even worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, right now we've just been bad news after bad news after bad news, and even after the trailer came out, like DC fans, Arrowverse fans were very excited, and then like I mentioned at the start of the stream, the James Gunn stuff happens, and it's like, oh, okay, so I guess we just can't have
James Gunn,
a nice
was just like, James Gunn like saw Twitter's like, they're too happy right now. I gotta fix that. What can I drop that can piss them off? Henry Cavill or Wonder Woman. I'm just tired.
It's very tiring as DC fans ourselves. So yeah, okay. So it was announced that the premiere date, guys, and I'm sure most of you guys who are watching right now know the premiere date and have watched videos on it, have read articles, etc. But it's coming out on a Wednesday on February 8th, 2023. So remind me, Andy, am I being stupid? But wasn't the Flash on a Wednesday?
You would never be stupid.
Oh, thank you, Andy. But when was the Flash? When did it change from a Tuesday to a Wednesday? I forgot.
It was when the show came back for episode 6 of season 8. So initially Armageddon aired on Tuesdays.
Yeah,
and then they went on break, and then they came back on Wednesday, and yeah, that's what they're gonna be staying for their final season.
So yeah, that's what I was thinking. We're sticking with the Wednesdays, and it's coming out February 8th. I remember you saying actually on the live stream, you were thinking maybe the Flash would be premiering in March. I know I was like, oh, it's February. But I know, but were you surprised? Do you think this is quite early compared to what you were expecting, February 8th?
I thought either February or it could be February or like Mars. Like I thought it's at least one of those 2 months. Like if it had been later than that, I would have been like, huh? Why are we waiting until like April or something? So yeah, no, I definitely am glad. Like February always made more sense. I mean, January was the one of my. It's too soon. There's no way in hell they're gonna do it in January.
Yeah, so I don't think many of us were expecting January. We were like, I think maybe we came to the conclusion like late February, early March. I don't remember what we exactly said, but something like that. So it turned out to be true. It's February 8th, 2023. It's not going to be premiering with Superman Lois for its new season. Superman Lois has been confirmed to come out on a Tuesday. So it's going to be Tuesday nights, along with Gotham Knights, which will come out the hour afterwards. And Superman Lois is going to premiere on March 14th. So that is over a month later. I don't know exactly how many days, but you get the idea. Like, it's a decent month after. So what do you think about that split? Do you just think Superman Lois isn't ready to go as fast as the Flash, or what?
I think that's because I know their production is a little more hectic in terms of like things they have to get finished because there's a lot of CGI and post production work, and also I think they kind of are. Man, I don't like to say learning because I don't think CW ever learns from anything, but I think they are realizing that they made a great error last year with season 2 in terms of how it was airing, and I think now they're trying to just show. I think they're trying to make sure that they can air as many episodes of Superman back to back without. And there will of course be hiatuses. I'm sure Flash will have it too, but it's. I think that like by having it in Mars, I also think they're trying to spread out because I don't think they want to bring like all of their DC shows at the same time, because that's just not what you do with marketing wise. So that I think you try to like. I think about even there were weeks when like when we had all the Arrowverse shows, I think it was like 1 week where like Arrow and Flash came back, and then the following week Superman, Supergirl, and Legends came back or something like that. So
yeah, so they're definitely spreading out, and well, I think the main thing is, like you said, Superman Lois does generally seem to take a longer time to film, get together with the VFX and stuff, like you were saying. So yeah, it makes sense to me that it comes out like a month later or so. Okay, we'll get back to that in a minute, but we do have some super chats. So shout out to Cal, a member of the channel, for sending in a super sticker. It's a coin. Thank you very much, Cal. And then Thomas Scott sends in a super chat. Thank you very much for the super chat, Thomas. I appreciate it. Let's answer this question. So do you think they put Superman and Gotham Knights on the same day to try and trick people like they did with Naomi? I thought Tyler would cameo. Not sure about the Tyler cameo. However,
what trick?
So I think what he's trying to say, what Thomas is trying to say, and it's a reasonable thing, I think. Basically to have Superman Lois and know it's a popular show and then think, oh, people will just watch on TV, like keep their TV on basically for the next show. Do you think they're trying to do that? I think there is an obvious pairing, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not so much of a trick. It's a marketing strategy.
Yeah,
it is to try and use, they've done this with the Flash when they've aired new shows after Flash.
Like Legends, wasn't Legends after Flash?
They moved Legends. Yeah, they ended up moving Legends to Tuesdays at one point, right after the Flash. And I like it was Kung Fu and airs right after the Flash. So it's not a trick. It's more so that it's a marketing strategy. So if people were assuming Tyler would cameo, that's on them, because Ava DuVernay and Casey Walpole made it very clear that Tyler Hoechlin is not in the pilot. If we ever see Superman, it's going to be a different Superman. So it's that's just the way it is. So I because I didn't know this was a thing that people were like really expecting, because like they made it clear as day. Yeah, like this is not part of the Arrowverse. It's in the multiverse, and I am. So yeah, this is the first time I've actually seen that anyone was thinking this.
Yeah, I heard rumors about it, and obviously because of the link with Superman and Naomi, made sense. But yeah, I don't think it was ever the plan to have Tyler cameo. But yeah, thanks for sending the super chat in. I appreciate it, Thomas. Yeah, so let's go back to the Flash. So with the Flash, we got our first look at the final season with the new promo, and so, like I said, I think the trailer came out a bit earlier than maybe we expected. We were thinking New Year maybe. So I want to start breaking down the trailer and talking about some of the stuff, like some of the content. So yeah, stick around, guys. And if you have any other super chats, maybe to do with the Flash or Superman Lois, but let's try and keep it on topic to the Flash. Now it's the time to send them in, because we'll be going through the trailer. Okay, so I have one question. The biggest thing on my mind in that trailer was that shot of Barry in the woods. So are we thinking it was actually Grodd he was talking to? It was someone significantly taller than him. He was looking like that. So what do you think, Andy? What's your theory for that shot?
I don't have a fear because I know who he's talking to, but I'm not allowed to say. But I think
Okay.
people, I think people will be happy.
All right.
I had the trailer in front of me because everyone's been pointing out that if everyone, I mean, you because you're a filmmaker, you can answer this for me. Are they shooting in with a different camera this season? Because they're saying that it's like this new aspect ratio or something like that.
Yeah, so what I saw in the trailer, they've basically changed the aspect ratio to kind of mimic maybe more of a Superman Lois vibe. I think that could be a choice not by the Flash production team, but maybe it was a suggestion by the Nexstar people who have come in. That's what I presumed, because I thought, okay, if I'm Nexstar and I'm coming in and I look at what's the most popular show right now, it's Superman Lois, right? Can we mimic that a little bit and make it look a little bit more? So I don't think they've actually changed their cameras. I think one thing I noticed, I think they changed a bit of the colors and the lighting a little bit. I feel like they're trying to get a bit more like gritty. It seemed like there was a lot of blue in the trailer, like dark blues and stuff. It seemed very moody, but then also outside it looked very nice. And yeah, so I think there's definitely a change. I don't think they've like revitalized it. They're not using like the same lenses that Superman Lois uses or anything, but they've added, the black bars, which is just a different aspect ratio, I think, to kind of mimic what Superman Lois has been doing.
Okay, I can say, yeah, I can, because I had the trailer in front of me just to kind of like just reference points. And yeah, there's there's a different vibe to it this season. Yeah, I will next time I talk to Eric, I will ask him about it and be like, hey, is this like,
Yeah,
are we reading into it, or is it something that you actually guys are doing? How did it come about? Because yeah, I think Flash, for the final season of the fight, they deserve all the support they can get. There was obviously, I think, a few old shots from like when Barry destroys like Caitlyn's like little frost lab or whatever.
Was the hand an old shot?
The what?
When the hand comes out like Caitlyn, that I think that was at the end of
That's
the season.
new. That's new.
Oh, that's a new angle. Okay.
Because we haven't, because it's not in, because they're in Star Labs now. They moved her. She's not in.
Okay.
They're not in her apartment anymore because the last time we saw her, she was in.
She was in the apartment. Yeah, I remember.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think what has happened is that Mark has obviously gone to Barry and be like, so we kind of effed up. Could you just like help me move this thing? And yeah, so like it's
yeah,
we will see.
But that's actually something that's very interesting. I totally missed that they moved it. I wasn't sure if it was like the same shot from the end of last season. I should have checked that. But yeah, that's an interesting thing. So we know what happens at the end of the season with Caitlyn or Frost or whoever she is. Has not
She's pagey now.
Huh?
She's pagey now.
Yeah, she's pagey now. Like, who knows what she's turning into? But basically, we know she's going to stay in that at least for like a bit of a longer duration, and she's going to still she's going to do the hand thing again. Basically, is what I'm saying. Whether that's breaking out or not, who knows? Yeah, so that's interesting. Another interesting part of the trailer is the new villain, who I think is going to be a villain of the week, as we usually say. And that is seemingly Murmur from the comics. This is something that the character, at least in live action, looks very similar to the one in the comics, with the mask, the stitch mouth and stuff. What do you think? Did you think it was him?
See, I don't even know if it's a him. I wonder if it's a her.
Sorry. Like if it's like
obviously this is a post-crisis version, because I forgot Murmur was even on Arrow.
He was. They were like.
Yeah.
Really? Let me.
Yeah. Like search Arrow Murmur, you will find it. It's gonna look a little cheesy, but.
Oh yeah, it's like just a person with stitched mouth. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because
this has
Arrow
like
is a bit more
a mask.
gritty and dark. Yeah, like this one. This is more comic accurate.
Yeah. Oh, I had no idea. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, it's fine because I also forgot to, because people were like, "But wasn't Merman or an Arrow?" I'm like, "He was question mark," and then I googled and I'm like, "Oh, right."
Mhm.
Like I think he appeared during those bad seasons of Arrow. That's why I probably like suppressed it.
Yeah. I feel like it was season 3 or 4, maybe. That would be my guess. I have no idea. I could
Yeah,
be.
why the frack he was on Arrow and not the Flash is beyond me, but that's why we had Crisis.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that is a new version of Murmur for the Flash. And so I don't know if it's the same person underneath the mask. I don't think it really matters since it's post-crisis. But yeah, there was also another shot in the trailer with someone under a hood. Obviously, first thought in my mind, Spectre, but it's not. Do we think that's Murmur, and that's just like how he shows up at one point?
I think that's Javisha as a mystery character.
Oh, you think that's Red Death?
I don't know if it is Red Death or not, because obviously CW was like mystery character. I think that's supposed to be because I just think it's so ridiculous. But I think that's supposed to be Javisha.
Oh, that's very interesting. Because I did have that thought, but I was like, are they going to show it in the first promo? But I like
technically they kind of did.
Yeah, but I like that it's so mysterious because you're like, could just be like Murmur who was in the shop before, or I mean, it could be anyone, right? So I like that. It's a good teaser because it gets you thinking. So yeah, I was actually going to say no Red Death in the trailer, but maybe, just maybe, that could be Javicia herself in the hood, maybe as like a big reveal, or I don't know at what point. So in this trailer, what episodes do you think they're actually taken from? Do you have any idea?
I know some of it is from episode 1.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of it, I believe, is episode 2. And then I think it's a little random from Random Shot. But I know definitely episode 1 and most likely episode 2. I'm gonna throw up. If you can let me share my screen for a second.
Yeah.
I think this is the first, the only sign we see of Red Death.
Yeah, I was thinking that because I was like, okay, so there's like red flashes, Red Death, right?
Yeah. I think what I think he's doing. I think he's
But
watching
what's Barry's
outside.
face saying is the question, right?
I think he's observing something, or because I think like, hold on, let me mute this so that you don't get copyright struck. Like when you like he's like very much observing that something is happening.
Yeah.
Because like it's like, you look, the way that the light, that red light bounces up, it comes up as like a lightning strike or something.
Yeah, definitely a lightning strike. I feel. Am I back, by the way? Am I not lagging anymore?
No, you're good.
Okay, I lagged out for a second.
I'm bringing up the hood creature again.
That's the hood, yeah.
Oh, for the love of God, this stupid blink! It's going away. But I think that is Javisha. 100%.
Or is that's Star Labs, right? Surely.
No, I think this is. This looks to me like it's CCPD.
With the screens? I don't really recognize.
They look like frames to me. Wait, hold on, let me see.
Oh, they look like screens to me. I don't know why.
Okay, hold on. Starlight doesn't look this cozy. I mean, I'm sorry.
Plants in the background.
Yeah,
but I don't think CCPD has plants. I'm not sure.
I mean, it makes more sense there than Star Labs. There you go. Yeah, there is Murmur. Oh, look at the happy cup. Yeah, oh, West Allen fans, we were eating today.
Yeah, for real.
Are they ever gonna wait? Did they fix? Did they actually fix the building?
Wait, what was it like? Can you like pull up an image of what it was like before?
Hold on.
We can do a comparison live on stream, guys. What Star Labs is like. But yeah, if you guys have any questions you want to send them in about the Flash as we break down the season 9 trailer as we are doing right now. So yeah, that would be an interesting update if they did fix.
I don't.
Maybe they got some money for once.
I mean, technically, Barry already.
Technically, Barry has money. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I can't find it good. This shot doesn't say too much. I thought for a second that it was a new shot, but
not sure.
Oh, Jamie has a good point. It could be CC Citizen that the hooded creature was in.
Could be CC Citizen. That is very true. Because I thought I saw screens, and CC Citizen Media would definitely have screens, and probably a bit more homey than the police station. Hence the plan, maybe. Yeah, I think that's a good shout, Jamie. So, yeah, very good. Oh, yeah, and you can see that's Caitlin's pod in Star Labs.
Yeah,
so there you go. I totally
I think this is supposed to be Cecile. I think that's Barry. I think that's a Chester.
Yeah.
No Allegra in this trailer, which is interesting.
But there is Allegra in the photos.
Yeah, Shegra.
They released some photos as well, guys, and
it's
in the
getting
photos,
hot in here.
People are theorizing all about it because Barry and Iris are hugging Chester and Allegra. So people are like, okay, it's one of two, like 4 things. Either it's a Chegra engagement announcement.
Boy, they have barely dated.
Chegra baby announcement. And then third is Barry and Iris baby announcement for Nora. So what do you guys think? Is it Chegra? Is it West Allen? Who knows? I'm putting my money on Chegra because why not?
Oh, look, Cord Industries is back. Still no Ted. Do you see that car? Cord Industries.
Oh yeah. So that's
still no Ted Cord.
But that's probably what Captain Boomerang has been trying to rub. This thing on the right side of the screen. That's definitely like a Cord Industries.
Well, I know if you look at Canagraph's photos, there will be a battle between these two, where Barry is he's gonna stand up here somewhere. I think. Our girl is ready with the gun. She's like, you ain't coming into this season.
Yeah, I was wondering. So, actually, with Iris here, do you think Iris is the one that's been pursuing Captain Boomerang? Because she doesn't always tend to go to the field unless, like, she's directly engaged with it. So, do you think that's the case? Is she going after that?
That would be fun, because I know there's a lot. I know there's a lot of Barry and Iris this season, and so this wouldn't shock me at all if she's been investigating him. That maybe she's gonna be like, oh my god, is Digger Harkness back or something, or how is this what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. That's just theory.
Yeah.
She could just be there because maybe Allegra's basically normally Barry calls on someone with powers first and then goes to the people without powers. So that's why it makes me question, is Iris on the case? But maybe Iris is just the first person next to Barry at this point, right?
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, she's just as much a Team Flash member as anyone else.
Yeah, she's just as much as anyone else. But they do tend to go for the superpowered people first.
What's so funny is that I'm wondering where around the street Canagrass was standing. I'm like, because he's here somewhere. He has to be here somewhere.
Either left or right.
I think
he's left.
I think he's somewhere here. We will have to ask
fences, but I don't remember seeing fences in the shot.
Well, fences obviously so that they're blocking off so that fans can't enter the street.
No,
obviously this is from Armageddon, obviously.
Was that something new or with the hand?
This is from Caitlin's apartment when he blew up the lab
Yeah.
in a 16.
Mm.
Can you all tell that I've rewatched the show way too many times?
Yeah. Literally,
This is
you're like,
old. This is old.
oh, this is new.
New
New
hand.
hand. That's in Star Labs. Yeah, you're right.
She's like, I'm trying to hit snooze. I'm trying to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, there's
What was that flash? Who was that screaming?
that's a seal.
Wasn't that old?
At this point, who could
Is
tell?
is she in the thinker chair?
Our favorite boy.
Oh
Look at
yeah,
it. Daddy
Goldface is back.
Goldface.
Have you had a nice nutritious breakfast, Andy? Have you not
Uh,
just been eating your bangers and mash?
I actually didn't have breakfast. I woke up at like, I don't know, like noon.
Oh wow,
And
no bangers and mash then.
no
Only for
bangers.
dinner.
No bangers and mash. It was funny. I was actually rewatching this episode with him a couple of days ago because I'm re-binging season 8, and
So
he's. I mean, they think that I don't get the hatred he gets from people.
actually, I much prefer him than Amunet Black. Like he's actually very funny. I just like I've said this before, but I have a personal vendetta against Amunet and her accent specifically. It's not even her; it's just her accent. Like, you know, if I got face to face with that accent, I don't know what I would do. Someone would have to stop me.
Yeah, Ben, you would totally go after her, and she would just be
Oh,
like, "Oh, Benjamin, you want to see my medal?"
yeah. Oh, you want some bangers and mash? Yeah.
But oh, I like this fear. What if Bear and I are investigating the rogues?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, could
Yeah.
they both be investigating? Like, that's
Yeah.
not that crazy to think, right? That's not crazy at all, actually.
They look so happy. They're in a club together, and hope
Weird,
you know. Hope,
right? Club. I don't know.
I mean, why is it weird? I mean, they're young people living in Central
Yeah,
City. I mean, why
I
not?
guess so. I just don't associate like clubs with couples or whatever.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, when they're not being interrupted by Team Flash every single 5 minutes,
I guess it's the
people,
one place they can escape.
yeah, like I definitely hope so, and yeah, there's a lot of good West Island stuff coming this season.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Final season, so lots of West Island.
Ooh, look, it's getting sexy.
Yeah, that's definitely Barry and Iris, and that's in the apartment.
Or Eddie wakes, or it's Eddie who's woken up next to her, be like,
No.
"Hey, Iris, I'm back.
I'm back." And then we get the Joe kind of speech at the start of the trailer, which is what this shot ends on.
Yeah, this now is interesting.
So tell me, what do you think this is, and who do you think it is?
So I'm trying to. It looks like pink hair.
Yeah, because at first I was thinking that device kind of looks like something maybe someone like Pied Piper would have, but then Pied Piper normally has his gloves, so it doesn't really make sense. Now you point out the long hair.
Yeah, like this is definitely a woman, I think.
Yeah, it seems like a woman. And
This
who is that
person,
that looks like Captain Boomerang.
no, the coat is too big.
Mm.
I thought at first, like maybe it was Captain Cold because like it kind of looks like right around the neck. I love that we're like really getting so specific with the trailer, but like I think that this was the like part of the parka, and that somehow he's back. But I don't recognize his location either, so that's a question for CG.
Yeah, but so we have no idea who that person with the thing is, the device. I don't know. At first, like Jamie says, I thought it was Pied Piper. I don't think it is. Could be Weather Witch. That is a good point, right? We got the Rogues.
So I don't know if she's available.
Yeah, that's the main thing. I haven't heard her coming back, like the actress. I mean, so could be a new character, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard of like many characters returning, but we could have totally missed it. I mean, we knew about, okay, let's talk about this. We knew about the Nicole Maines thing kind of happening because of your questions to Eric Wallace, which he was teasing in like 2 interviews, I think, separately. But now it's been confirmed. How do you feel to finally be able to say Nicole Maines is coming to The Flash?
I don't understand why it took them so damn long to announce that.
Yeah.
Because for people who were watching Endless Multiverse last night, will know that last week I literally lied to the people of watching. They were asking about like, hey, did you hear that Nicole Maines was on Brandon McKnight's stream? You know, do you think she's in Vancouver for work and so on? And I just like literally go like, I don't know, ask her. Yeah, no, I'm happy she's coming in. I think she's a great addition to the Arrowverse, and I think she, you know, I think there's more things you can do with Dreamer. So I'm excited to see what she's going to do in, you know, in the final season. You know, she's going to team up with Iris, which I think is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, hopefully we'll get a little like addressing of what she and Brainy are up to and stuff like that. So that'd be fun.
Yeah, this has been something that I've been like banging on about. I know I wasn't ever told any information apart from what Eric was saying in your interviews, and the first person I assumed was Nicole, because I was thinking, okay, so what Supergirl character hasn't been in The Flash? Well, there's only a select few main characters that haven't been in crossovers or anything, and Nicole Maines' Nia Now is one of those people, and honestly, she's like one of the big characters on Supergirl that definitely had a lot more life than, you know, ending with season 6. She has a story that could have gone on many more seasons, right? And so I felt like, even though I'm happy that Supergirl ended on its own terms and stuff, I was actually kind of really bummed that there was no more of her, because I really love Nia Now, and I love Dreamer since she came on to Supergirl. As the seasons went by, I loved her more and more. And so I've been very happy seeing Nicole getting so involved in the comics, and then even Fortnite. Like, I don't play Fortnite, but it's so cool to see post Supergirl ending Nicole's character that she and, you know, the creators of Supergirl created for the show coming onto something as popular as like Fortnite, and then now coming back to The Flash. I think it's very exciting to see characters post their shows ending returning, and I hope this is not the last time, but we'll have to wait and see. So on a scale of 1 to 10, Andy, how excited are you? I'm a 10.
I'm a full 10.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be fun. You know, because you know, I like the fact that Eric actually acknowledges the rest of the Arrowverse, unlike a sort of show that was like, we we are totally you know, part of the Arrowverse. Yeah, totally. We're the same of everything.
Yeah.
That should give you a hint what I'm talking about. But I'm so excited, and I can't wait for that episode to air.
Yeah, and do you have any idea? I mean, obviously you might have been told, but if you could theorize what episode?
I know which episode it is.
Okay, you know, so you can't answer. But
I can't answer
okay,
that too.
let me theorize for you guys, considering that I have no idea what episode it is.
Yeah.
I'm
I'll
gonna
turn off my camera so that you don't see my reaction, but you don't remember.
Okay. Guys, we can hassle Andy later about getting answers. Don't worry. All right. We'll do it. Okay. Let's all go to New York, and you know, we're gonna find him East Coast. Okay. So my theory for the episode, I would say, because she's already filmed it, you know, she released the Instagram posts and stuff, being in the trailer, and it's been a while, and they were teasing it a long time ago. Like literally last season, Eric was coming up with plans, talking to Nicole. We know that from Andy's interview. And so I'm going to say it's the first graphic novel. I'm going to say, you know, it could be then. I think that's, you know, one of those episodes, say the first 5 episodes, or it could be, say, episode 6 or whatever the first interlude episode is. I'm presuming they're doing interludes between the 2 graphic novels. So yeah, that's kind of my guess for now. I have no idea if I'm right. Andy knows if I'm right. Guys, just message in the chat. try and get Andy to tell us what episode Nicole Maines is showing up in. Okay. All right, Andy, you can come back on camera. No facial reactions, so you're not revealing. Very, very stern face from Andy in response to our question. But yeah, no, I'm very excited, and I'm glad that lots of other people are anticipating it, because as you all know, I'm a huge Supergirl fan, and I love all the Supergirl characters. I would love seeing them all return. Like Martian Manhunter would be awesome. I want David to come back, but I know he's busy. He's actually got
Melissa.
Or it's hard to get Melissa. We know that. I've kind of accepted the fact that we're probably not going to see her again. I've already accepted that, even though I would love to see Supergirl in the finale of The Flash and Arrow. Like, I hope Steven comes back, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, good facial acting, Andy, by the way. We're
no,
all
I'm reading the chat. They're doing anything.
Okay.
I'm just reading. I can't even. You know what, David? I'm gonna have to just read one song because I was just reading the chat. I was just reading the chat. I promise. There was nothing. There was nothing. Right? I didn't do anything. I wasn't trying to say anything. Hey, I wasn't trying to say anything.
Okay, this is an interrogation now. As soon as you go
so jumped up. I know. I promise. All I did was just reading the chat because there was something coming in. I think also you have a bot as well that you may want to ban.
Okay, I'm gonna deal with that. But yeah, no, I can't see the bot. I don't know. Okay, I also see in the chat, Jamie has been a member for 20 months, so shout out, Jamie. That's a long time. And if any of you guys want to become a member of the channel and be able to come on members live streams and do our Zoom calls, please be sure to click the join button below and you can become a super friend today. That's what we call it after The Flash and Supergirl, the best episode ever, the musical crossover.
Oh, I haven't watched one in a long time.
I love that episode. That is my favorite. Like, I get so much shit for it because everyone's like, oh, the musical episode was so bad. Like, it was in the middle of the season. Like, it broke it up. I was like, it's such a fun episode.
Yeah, I think we needed that, especially in season 3, because things were getting really, really dark. So I think that because see, and the crap I get from people sometimes is that I don't like season 3 as much as some fans do. But when that duet episode aired, it was one of the best things about season 3 because I think everyone was getting so tired of how dark things were and Savitar and everything. So I love the musical call. I wish they would do another one, but obviously they won't. So
yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, I would love another one. It was so cool. It was like a whole kind of Glee crossover episode with Darren Criss and everything. So yeah. Anyway, good memories. Mar in the chat says Nicole Maines was filming. Oh no, wait. She was filming last week. I have no idea about that. I thought she was there before, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I think episode 6, 7, something like that could be a good guess. I don't know exactly. She was filming when Candace had the locks. At least episode 6, apparently. Well, we'll have to wait and see. I really don't know. I don't have a good answer.
Season 9 premieres on Wednesday, February 8th, 2023. Find out next year.
Find out next year. That's all Andy's going to tell us, guys. Okay.
Well, that's all CW is telling everyone right now. That Wednesday, 8th, 2023 is when the Flash season 9 will premiere for the final season.
Yeah, and in the synopsis, they also tease that with the Rogue's defeat, there's going to be a new threat born out of that.
Okay, that's something.
Right, that's what they said, right?
I think that's. I mean, I was going to say. I think that basically confirmed that there's those 2 graphic novels.
Yeah, but do you think the new threat is Red Death, or do you think we've already sorted Red Death by this new threat?
I think Red Death is the one that they're talking about in the first part of the synopsis. You know,
Yeah.
that Red Death will lead the rogues.
The rogues, yeah.
Yeah, and then
the new threat will be born with Red Death and the rogues defeat.
That sounds. I think that's basically what they're doing. I think because something that Eric is very good at doing is finding with even if they are graphic novel that kind of stand on their own. He also do find ways to always connect them back to each other. Now, whether people like the end result or not, that's a completely different story. But yeah, they always do find ways to kind of like tie it back.
Yeah,
together.
And there is a crazy question in the chat from Eric. Hey Ben, do you think Henry Cavill will replace Tyler Hoechlin as Superman?
Ben Hoechlin.
Oh, I said this every time. Oh my god. And,
who told you that it was Hoechlin?
It's just like I think it's an English thing. I don't know. Yeah, Hoechlin. Tyler Hoechlin. No way.
What's going to happen? I think what's going to happen is I think Henry Cavill will actually be taking over as Lois Lane. And Tyler and Henry are going to be smooching and kissing, and that's the new Lois.
God damn, that is
no, the internet would be up in uproar. If Superman kissed a man, the internet would never forgive CW because we can't have queer things apparently.
They would never forgive. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Superman and Lois here, because we're heading towards like 50 minutes or so in the stream. Wanted to remind you guys, if you want to support the channel, send in super chats, and we'll be sure to answer them before the end of the stream. So yeah, this is like your kind of final warning.
If you send in a $2,000 super chat, I will give you a spoiler. No.
Oh, guys!
No! I'm kidding.
He's teasing you. He's teasing you.
For legal disclaimers, no, I will not do that. I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah, right. Andy has made you a promise, guys. It's
I didn't. No, I never said the word "I promise." I said I will, but that can be now seen.
Andy is basically confirming bribes won't be accepted, guys. It will.
No. Spend your money on Ben or spend your money on gifts for your family. It's the holiday season. I am happy to be alive and being able to finish another year of my life. So I'm all good. I'm all good.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Happy holidays, guys.
Happy holidays.
Cal Roswell, goodbye, my friend. Have a good rest of your day. So let's talk about Superman and Lois. So like we mentioned earlier, it's been confirmed it's coming on a Tuesday night. It's going to be March 14th. We're going to have Gotham Knights right after it. We can talk Gotham Knights too. Is it going to be a limited series? This one season?
At this point, it has to be, because I'm just like, if that shows somehow. Here's the thing. We haven't actually really seen anything. We've seen a couple photos and one trailer. So, but it's like, I'm having a really hard time, even if it's a good show. I just think the nature of the CW is just not going to allow them to get another season.
With the CW right now, with Nexstar specifically, right?
I mean, Nexstar and CW. Nexstar and CW. They're one and the same now. So
yeah, I know. But I think before them, it would have had a chance. I think it would have had a chance.
Maybe. I think it's because again, if it has like the same numbers as like Naomi, for example, it's it's not impossible that it could have gotten canceled too. Then after that, but it would be kind of funny if they kind of be like, like if the limited event series, for 13 episodes or something. I guess they're filming episode 10 right now. So
they're definitely considering it for sure. The writers and the showrunners, they have to, otherwise
I think they have to wrap up. I think they have to make sure that they end the season in a way where like they don't leave too many cliffhangers. I think like they will obviously find out who killed Bruce. And then they'll be like, now we can go be vigilantes, and then either they get a season 2 and they will have a new villain, or
that's it.
Yeah. David Zaslav will be the villain in season 2.
In the non-existent season 2, David tells them.
Exactly. Followed by the non-existent season 3, where Walter Hamada will be the new big bad.
And then who comes next? James Gunn?
Bob Chapek.
Bob Chapek.
Yeah, I'm just listing problematic executives. Then we can, and then in
the
season
list
5,
goes on.
In season 5, we will have Kevin Shushihara from Warner Brothers as the final big bad of the series.
And then you know who will have friggin' Andrew Kreisberg, right?
And then Joss Whedon in season 7. Let's see. Harvey. No, he's probably gonna be dead in a couple of years anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, because
Let's not mention his name on the stream.
Yeah, that's why I said just huh.
Yeah.
But no, I like the new photos of Lois. Clark and Lois look very, very happy.
Yeah.
We were talking about it last night on this multiverse. I kind of wish that the photo they took for Jonathan and Jordan could have been angled because you can barely see the new Jonathan.
I wish they took the photo the other way around so we can see Jonathan more than
all you see is really just like
he was like, yeah, it was just like,
it was so awkward.
Hi guys, I'm the new Jonathan. This is the most you can see of me.
Exactly.
Yeah, anyway, I'm excited for the new Jonathan. I think Michael seems like a good pick. I've never seen anything he's been in before, but I trust them. I trust their judgment because Superman Lois is a really good show, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And yeah, I expect them to go in and, try and probably not acknowledge the change. Do you think they're going to acknowledge it at all?
No. It's what do people want? That like I don't know, like the fortress just falls on Jonathan's face. He has to have facial surgery suddenly.
Yeah.
Like at the age of 60. No, they're just gonna be like, maybe they will do like, oh, did you have a haircut, or like oh man, Jonathan, you've grown so much over the summer. I don't know.
You got smaller. Yeah.
Like,
I don't know how big he is.
Everyone's gonna start Googling how tall is Jordan Nelson and how long is Michael Bishop.
How long are they?
Yeah, how tall are they? But yeah,
no, it's exciting. And in the synopsis, they also tease like the photo that Clark and Lois are going to be very happy at the start of the season. It's going to be great, and then shit's going to go down when Lois starts. I think she goes undercover, they said, and she's going to be like, do you think she's going to be, going into the kind of what they teased with Diggle last season?
I hope so. I think that's a nice way to connect.
What's the guy?
John Henry Irons?
No, not John Henry, the villain.
Bruno Mannheim.
Bruno Mannheim.
Don't talk about Bruno. No.
Don't get me copyright claimed.
Can you really get copyright? Wait, can you really get that?
No, you can. That's a legit way.
Sorry, I almost pulled a pagey. But
no, it's actually happened, I think, on Eric's channel.
I know, that's why I'm dragging Pagey, because he did that. I don't think that's okay at all. But no, I think that somehow, I think it will start primarily through John Henry Irons, and that he will start investigating Bruno Mannheim, and eventually Lois will come into the fold. Yeah, exactly. I'm excited because I love Chad Coleman. He's great. So I look forward to see what he's going to do. I was kind of expecting maybe a trailer, but because they're further away than Flash, I understand why.
I'm thinking Superman Lois, considering that they're premiering in March, probably they're going to release a trailer in January sometime, right? Like if they follow track with what they've done with the Flash, because it's not, exactly a month before. It's like over 2 months before. It's like 2 3/4 of a month. No, 2.5. About. I don't know. Anyway, maths is
something like that.
Okay, so yeah, that pretty much does it for the Arrowverse side of this live stream. Just in the last couple of minutes, let's talk about some James Gunn DC universe stuff. So absolute craziness went down this week after the Flash trailer. We were like, yeah, good time to be a DC fan. And then James Gunn was like, haha, I have an idea. Haha. Let me come on Twitter and do some
Yeah,
shit.
it's like
So
it's like he and Elon Musk are like trying to like compete, like
they're
who can be.
competing for sure,
Yeah,
right?
obviously, Elon Musk is the only worst one. I understand James is just trying to do his job, but
Yeah. I'm
like
not.
maybe like next week, just like James, it's good to take some me time
Just
sometimes.
take a break. Take a break.
Yeah,
You
go
know.
be with your amazing, beautiful wife. You know, like go hang out with her or something.
Yeah. Go write your Superman script. Go.
Exactly.
Go away. Plan the next role that your wife is going to be in DC Universe. Okay. No, but so this big news came out, and basically they said that Henry Cavill is not going to be continuing as Superman. Then Henry Cavill came out with a statement. Yes, Andy is crying, like most of you guys are going to be crying too, or have been crying, and probably still are, like Andy. So yeah, no Henry Cavill, and James Gunn commented on this on Twitter, and he confirmed it. He said that he's writing a Superman film, but it's going to be a younger Superman, but it's not going to be origin story, which is like one plus, I guess, with this whole story. That it's not another origin. But I wonder, is it going to be canon at all? People are saying they're going to reboot everything. So what's the point in the next couple of films? Like, what's the point in the Flash? I think they could use the Flash to reboot stuff. I think that's the best option if they want to reboot because it's Flashpoint. But yeah, Andy, thoughts on all of this craziness?
I'm upset about it. I love Henry Cavill's Superman. He's one of my absolute top type favorite versions of Superman, and I think that it's disappointing. This is what has happened. I understand that it's it's business. I'm sure it's nothing personal. I'm glad that James and Henry have a good understanding for each other, and Henry might come into the DCU as a different character or something. But, the boys will
I
be busy.
think fans won't accept it though. Like, I find that.
No, well, that's I mean whether they accept it or not. I mean, like if they want to make it happen, they're gonna make it happen. But I think that it will be. I think they're definitely going for some reboot. But because we were talking about it on the phone last night too. But also, I saw a good thread about something where when Christopher Nolan's Batman movies came out, like nobody cared if it was part of a cinematic universe or not.
Yeah.
People still went to watch it. So I think like go and yes, it may not lead any more DCEU movies, but go and see these movies because they might be actual great movies. Think
Yeah.
about all the people who have worked on set, costumes, ADR, producing, editing, writing, acting, everything. Go see it. The why it's worth go seeing these movies because people bust their asses off to make these products happen for us. And it's like, yeah, not everything has to always happen end game and lead to like an Infinity War or something like that. Because now this is what's gonna happen. I think still say let's go into 2023 and enjoy what could be some of the best DC movies we've seen ever. But I understand people are upset. I am upset too. It's been exhausting. Like I've been writing up the reason I've been writing a lot this week and last week was because every day there's been something to write about. Something James Gunn says, something that gets debunked, or something that is reported. So it's just I'm hoping by the time we get to January 2023 that we can get an idea at least what's going to be happening. I don't know if they're going to make like a full like Comic-Con announcement or something like that in January, but I hope we get a better understanding soon. But it's exhausting, and I'm hoping that this final 2 weeks of December and of 2022 can just no more reports. They need to figure out who these freaking sources are, who's going because the trades are having some sort of pissing contents, and it's like, look how much drama Variety caused by stating that Robert Pattinson's Batman is going to be possibly in the same universe now, and James was like, bet she's not.
No, yeah, it's just like it's weird that there's so many articles and. You do have to take into account the trades are scooping a lot of the time, so they're not necessarily getting the whole picture, right? But at the same time, they kind of get a bit of the picture, and then someone like James Gunn comes out and says no straight away, and it's like it's very confusing. I think for people who aren't inherently journalists and they're just fans, and they see it and they're like, this is just chaos, right? Like, it feels chaotic. So I think they need some sort of structure for the way that they advertise DC in the future, right? Because this is not sustainable, having all of this all at once, right?
No.
So
I think that's why they're cleaning it, kind of like wiping the slate a lot and so on. But I'm glad that they're at least, like, for example, like, you know, even if Patty Jenkins doesn't do Wonder Woman 3, maybe she'll come back and do a different DC movie. James and Ben Affleck had a meeting this week. Ben Affleck wants to direct for the DC universe, and James Gunn wants to direct for something in the DC universe. And now they're going to try to find the right project. I think Ben should direct a new Superman movie.
yes, I shall. I
Oh, right, you're no, I meant Ben Affleck. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Okay, all right, guys. Let's say bye-bye to Andy. Okay, removing him from the stream. No, I'm joking.
No, but
James Gunn, sign me up, and sign Ben Affleck up.
Yeah, I forgot that both of your names are Ben. Because I thought I said Affleck. I didn't think I said Ben, but you know, maybe you can work on the movie if they film it, like, you know, because don't they they filmed the Gotham City for the Batman in England, right?
Yeah, they do quite a lot of England.
So maybe they will do Metropolis in England too.
Yeah, they do. Jamie says something very interesting. Just imagine they start over and do a slow build up of the Justice League. I mean, I think that's their goal. They want to have Avengers, you know, at one point. But we've already tried that. So I don't know what their formula is going to be. I don't think they should try and be Marvel. That's failed in the past. They tried it.
Yeah, I don't want it to be like Marvel. That's not what I'm watching DC for.
Andy, what is happening to your light? Oh my god.
It's a light bulb, that is. Sorry.
That is crazy. Anyway, so basically, I think personally, and those of you guys who are in the chat right now, you can chime in. I think what they have going is pretty good. I think there's been some very good films. There's been some solid films. Most of them very entertaining, in my opinion. You know, but there's I understand that maybe financially not everything's been working out, and that's why they've come in and brought new people in to change things, right? But I love that they have this universe, but also the Elseworlds films. I really hope they don't get rid of the Elseworlds films. I hope
I hope they don't do it. I don't hope they get rid of it either.
I hope Joaquin Phoenix isn't linked. I love those separate films with a completely separate mood. I want them to continue making those because they are awesome and they find success in different ways. Like Joker, Oscar nominated in many categories. Joaquin Phoenix won. It's got prestige, unlike some other films. But then some other films are awesome. Like Wonder Woman, look at it. It's an awesome film. I love the first Wonder Woman. And then, you know, Zack Snyder's Justice League was epic. I wish we got to see what happened with Darkseid next, but, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, I think what they were doing wasn't bad. I think it's good, actually, in my opinion. I think they were doing well, but obviously financially with Black Adam, pretty much they were like neck and neck, like not making much profits at all, if not making none. So yeah, it's just like they had to financially change things, but I think the way that they've done it hasn't been very like succinct or good. Andy, any last thoughts?
Yeah, no, I think, and listen, I understand that a transition time is going to be difficult to accept for a lot of people, but I'm hoping that, you know, as we get through like the last hurdle of bad news or whatever and so on, hopefully then we can get to some of the good stuff. Because I think I do believe there's a world where James Gunn could write an amazing Superman movie. I think there's a world where we can finally lead up to the Justice League in a proper way. But it's all about just, we need to be patient. You know, but also I am also frustrated, just like everyone else, that there's been so much drama and that there is so many shakeups and that people are losing out on gigs and so on. But hopefully, you know, I'm hoping that they're doing it with the best care possible, because that's the way it should be.
Yeah, definitely should be like that, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see how the future goes. But that pretty much does it for this live stream, guys. Thank you to everyone who has tuned in live. Thanks to everyone watching afterwards. Please be sure to leave a like and a comment on this live stream. It's going to be up on the channel afterwards. Also, go follow Andy on Twitter. Also, check out the Flash podcast. All links are in the description below. And yeah, for now, thank you guys so much for watching. Tomorrow, I will have a Flash video out on the images and some other stuff that I have that I need to talk about that I'm going to catch up. There was so much news like we talked about in this stream. Many videos coming, guys, so turn on notifications to not miss anything. And so yeah, that pretty much does it for now. We'll catch you guys later, and goodbye.
Happy holidays.